Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Srinivas Bhattini, Professor of Chemistry in St. Peter's Engineering College. Today, we will discuss internal treatment of boiler feed water. Internal treatment of boiler water. This is the topic we will discuss. Okay. The last class. So this is a very important topic. Why? Because I am going to tell about this one. This is very, very important. In the last class, what I explained, troubles. What are the troubles? Boiler troubles. The boiler troubles, that is scales, sludges, caustic amber element, etc. How can we solve these troubles? And how can we remove these scales, sludges from the boiler? So little bit we have removed the treatment of boiler, just mechanical method and chemical method. But it involves the removal of scale forming substances. Scale forming substances. So what are they? It involves the removal of scale forming substances, which is not completely removed in the external treatment, or just mechanical method, or brushing, or 10% of HCl, like that. Not completely removed. Not completely removed. Hence, we have to add the different chemicals directly into the boiler to remove the scales in the form of sludge and ions. So what we have to do? The different, a new type of chemicals. So that introduced into the boiler to remove the scales in the form of sludges and ions. So what are the chemicals? These chemicals are also called boiler compounds. We can say what? Boiler compounds. So what are the compounds? They are Kalgan conditioning. It's very, very important. Kalgan conditioning. And second one is the phosphate conditioning. Colloidal conditioning. Carbonate conditioning. So these are the four are there. Out of four, we will discuss in our syllabus only Kalgan conditioning, phosphate conditioning, colloidal conditioning are there. So let's discuss one by one. Kalgan conditioning. So Kalgan conditioning means what? Kalgan. In that only thing. The word Kalgan means calcium gun. Calcium gun. Its chemical name is sodium hexametaphosphate. What is that? First one is the so how many types are there? Internal treatment. Boiler compounds. We can say boiler These are all boiler compounds. 4. Colgan conditioning, phosphate conditioning, colloidal conditioning, carbonic conditioning. Among the 4, we will discuss only 2, 1, 2, 3. So in this first one is the what? Colgan conditioning. Colgan conditioning means what? Colgan conditioning, calcium gun. Calcium gun. So that's the name, calcium gun. Colgan. So what conditioning is there? What is the chemical name? It is the chemical name. Chemical name is what? Sodium hexametaphosphate. What is that? Sodium hexametaphosphate. Anybody tell me that formula? Sodium hexa. Hexa means 6. Sodium means what? Na. Phosphate means PO3. Sodium hexametaphosphate. That is what? Na2, Na4, PO3 taken 6 times. Sodium hexametaphosphate. Sodium hexametaphosphate. This is the formula. It's a very, very important. This is the boiler compound or Colgan compound. Sodium hexametaphosphate we have to use. If the boiler feed water containing calcium sulfates, what of that? Calcium sulfate. If boiler feed water containing calcium sulfate, SCF, calcium sulfate. This is the boiler feed water. So boiler feed water containing this calcium sulfate or this pudding salt. So when we treated with Colgan means sodium hexametaphosphate. What is that? Na2, Na4, PO3 taken 6 times. This is important. So calcium sulfate treated with what? Sodium hexametaphosphate. Just you have to mix this compound into the boiler feed water containing the calcium sulfate. So what compound will form? So here Na2 react with the sulfate. Sodium sulfate is removed. And what is there? Sodium sulfate is present in the water in place of calcium sulfate. So what compound is calcium gone? Calcium out from the water. That is Na2 Ca2 PO3 taken 6 times. Calcium out from here. So this compound taken the calcium. Sodium calcium hexametaphosphate and plus sodium sulfate. So this is the Colgan conditioning. So what happened in Colgan conditioning? The substance when react with the calcium ions forming highly soluble complex. So when this substance react with the calcium sulfate, calcium ions or calcium sulfate, forming highly soluble compound. The substance when react with calcium ions forming highly soluble complex, and this complex is soluble in water and there is no problem of sludge disposable. So soluble in water means we can blow down the operation. So very easily disposable. So Colgan conditioning is better than the phosphate conditioning. It's a very good one. Simply, so loose sludges is slimy formation takes place. We can blow down. It's very easy. Okay. At high temperature, the sodium phosphate is converted into Na2P2O7. At high temperature, if temperature is too much temperature, is very high temperature, high temperature, that sodium phosphate, this sodium phosphate, sodium phosphate, NaPO3. This is called what? Sodium phosphate. Sodium phosphate. It is converted into simply what compound is found? Na2P2O7. Na2P2O7. So convert to Na2P7 that also react with the calcium to form loose sludges. So what? So this is also when react with the calcium sulfate CaSO4. So to form the what? Ca2P2O7. So converted at high temperature. At high temperature we can remove. So by using the high temperature, this one is converted into Na2P2O7 and react with the calcium ion to form the Ca2P2O7. So mean calcium plus 2 form loose sludges. This one loose sludges of Ca2P2O7 and can be removed by simply blowing air through it. Simply blowing air. So if you are blowing out, so simply it will loss. So this is the Kalgan conditioning. So once again, Kalgan conditioning what? Kalgan calcium gone. Calcium gone. Mean that formula is what? Sodium hexametaphosphate Na2 NaO4 PO3 taken 6 times. When react with the calcium sulfate, mean boiler feed water. So to form the Na2 Ca2 PO3 taken twice. This is highly soluble in water. So highly soluble mean we can remove easily. Calcium sulfate also soluble in water, and this is like a loose, like formation of sludges. We can blow out easily. If sodium convert at high temperature convert to sodium P2O7, sodium phosphate converted into Na2P2O7. So these also react with the calcium ions to form the Cu2P2O7. So this is about the calcium conditioning. So it's a very important. Calcium conditioning and phosphate conditioning are very, very important. Every year they are asking, university asking this question. Simply sodium hexametaphosphate. Okay. Now phosphate conditioning. What is that? Now phosphate conditioning. The second one is the phosphate conditioning. What is that? Phosphate. Phosphate conditioning. Scale formation can be avoided by adding sodium phosphate. First of all, if you add the phosphate compounds to the boilers, what scale formation can be avoided by adding this compound, sodium phosphate. So it is used for high pressure boilers. It is used for the high pressure boilers. The phosphate react with the calcium and magnesium. This phosphate react with the calcium and magnesium salts to give soft sludges. Of calcium and magnesium phosphates. Calcium and magnesium phosphates. So what is the chemical name? What is the chemical formula? Sodium phosphate. Simply what is that formula? Na3PO4. Simply phosphate. Na3PO4. Sodium phosphate. So boiler feed water containing, we know that boiler feed water containing calcium sulfate. This is the calcium sulfate. When calcium sulfate when react with the phosphate Na3PO4. So this is a boiler feed water. Boiler feed water calcium sulfate. So boiler feed water means water hardness producing salt is the calcium sulfate. When this compound is added to the boiler, so it is react with the calcium sulfate to form the what? Calcium sulfate. Ca3PO4 again twice. Take it twice. And plus sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Na2SO4. So how much balance is? 3 is there? Okay. 3. Ca3 Na2SO4. And 3 moles of calcium in here we can add the 3 moles here. Na3, 3Na. Okay? Here, so balance, not balance here. How many? Here only 3 is there. Here the 6 is there. So we can 2 into 3, 6. Phosphate. 2 phosphates. Okay, that is the balanced reaction. Balancing is very, very important. So, what is that phosphate conditioning? What? Scales formation can be avoided by adding sodium phosphate. It is used for high pressure boilers. The phosphate when react with the calcium sulfate or magnesium sulfate to give sludges. What sludges is? This sludge. What? Ca3PO4, take it twice. So generally, three types of phosphates are employed into the boiler. So generally 3 types. What are that? The first one is the trisodium phosphate. First one is the what? Trisodium phosphate. Trisodium. Tri means 3 sodiums. Trisodium phosphate. So what is this one? Na3PO4. Trisodium phosphate. It is more alkaline compound. It is used for the acidic water. So it is an alkaline. Too much. 2, 3 sodiums mean it's a more alkaline. More alkaline. So what purpose we have to use? It is used for too acidic water. If too much of acidic water is there, just we have to use this compound Na3PO4. So if too acidic means, so we have to use this one. Next, disodium phosphate. Second one is the disodium phosphate. Disodium phosphate. So disodium hydrogen phosphate with Na2HPO4. Disodium hydrogen phosphate. You can write the disodium hydrogen phosphate. Disodium hydrogen phosphate. So it's a weak. Now compared to this one, it's a weak. So weak alkaline nature. So it is used for the weak acidic nature. Weak acidic water. Okay, this is the trisodium phosphate, disodium phosphate, and finally sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Sodium, the third one is what? Sodium dihydrogen phosphate. What is the formula? Sodium H2PO4. Sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Sodium dihydrogen phosphate. So it is acidic condition. We use it for the alkaline. It's a normal one. It's a normal. Totally how many? Only 3. Trisodium phosphate, disodium hydrogen phosphate, and sodium dihydrogen phosphate. So 3 in this case. What? Phosphate conditioning, 3 types are there. Okay. Final one is the colloidal conditioning. What is that? Final one is the colloidal conditioning. Colloidal conditioning. Colloidal conditioning. Scales formation can be avoided by adding colloidal conditioning agents. So colloidal conditioning agents are what? We know the colloidal nature, like kerosene, agar-agar, gelatin. So what are that? Kerosene, agar-agar, and gelatin. So these are the what? Colloidal nature, agar-agar and gelatin, etc. Three are there. So it is used in low pressure boilers. It is used for in low pressure boilers. These colloidal substances get coated over the scale forming particles and convert them into non-adherent loose precipitate called sludge, which can be removed by blow down operations. What are that? Once again, colloidal conditioning. So colloidal conditioning, colloidal agents like kerosene, agar-agar and gelatin. So scale formation can be avoided by adding these agents like kerosene, agar-agar, gelatin. So it is used in low pressure boilers. These colloidal substances get coated over the scale forming particles and convert them into non-adherent loose precipitate called sludge, which can be removed by blow down operation. Okay, so how many topics we have completed today? That internal treatment of boiler water mean three types are there. That is the what? First of all, so Kalgan conditioning. The second one is the phosphate conditioning, and third one is the colloidal conditioning. So these three are very important for your examination point of view. So definitely this question will come. So almost all years there in JNT University examination. Okay, thank you very much.